Deuteronomy 14:23a. ואכלת לפני אדוני אלוהיך במקום אשר יבחר לשכן שמו שם. מאסר דגנך תירושך ויצהרך, ובכורות בקרך וצונך. So we've got the A part of the verse here today, and we begin with a call perfect 2ms plus the Vav consecutive. Now this is the Vav consecutive because we're getting instructions, and so this perfect is not a past tense, it is an incomplete action. And you shall eat before the Lord your God. Very common phrase there that we've seen regularly. You shall eat before the Lord your God. Then we get the preposition in the place. Notice here the definite article with that preposition. So we have literally in the place. And we get this further modification of that place with the relative clause. The place where he will choose. There's our call imperfect. This is a third masculine singular of the verbal root beit chet resh, where he shall choose to dwell. Get a PL infinitive construct here of the verbal root shin kaf nun. You might recognize the Shekinah glory of God there, that dwelling presence. Or you might recognize Mishkan, the tabernacle, the place of the dwelling. So notice how those verbal roots are related. So the place where he will choose to dwell. And what is he choosing to dwell? His name there. Now, there is a retrospective adverb that looks back to this relative to give you very good clarity that this relative is a where. Now, you've got the word place here also that tells you the relative is a where, but this retrospective may not get translated. Something like the place which he will choose to dwell his name there. It's a little bit redundant, but it tells us clearly this would be where he chooses to make his name dwell. Next, we get the definition of what you shall eat. We're going to get the 10th part. You might recognize the verbal root asar that we saw in the previous video. A 10th part of your grain, your wine, and your oil, along with the firstborns of, notice I said firstborns because we've got the plural here, the firstborn of your cattle and your sheep.